Hello friends, Mandar here. I'm back with another video. Today we'll talk about some confusion regarding people who are pending application in AOS since their priority date from 2012 to 2015. There are some questions that we'll cover. We'll also cover the topic of families that have partially received their green cards and the dependents have not received the green card. And among other important questions, we'll speculate what will happen in the next 2 or 3 visa bulletin. Now we don't have a lot of numbers from USCIS or DOS, but we'll do some guesstimates. So if you're interested in this topic, watch this video until the end and let's get started. If you are here for the first time, welcome. My name is Mandar and I make immigration and lifestyle related videos for US and Canada. I'm not an immigration lawyer, so anything that I say on this video or on my channel is for information purpose only. And for your specific immigration needs, before you take any action, you should hire a competent immigration lawyer. Now you may be thinking my voice sounds a little bit weird, and it is because I was suffering from COVID in the last couple of days. I tested positive in the last 2 days, so I'm free of COVID now, but there is still my voice that is catching up from the cold that I had. So pardon my voice. Let me tell you this, COVID is still going around. I did not know when I got this and where I got this from. Just last week I ran a 5K and I stood second in that. There was a lot of crowd, but there were a lot of crowds in every places that we go. So just be cautious, nothing to be overly concerned about, but do know that if you get it, do get tested and do take care of the symptoms. Quarantine, because I have been in the basement for the last 7 days. And this new variant is really bad, because it gave me a lot of body ache. That was my number one problem during this time. Actually, my last booster shot was about a year back, so that may have contributed to my symptoms because it's been a while. But regardless, if you are boosted and all those things, you'll see mild symptoms. And now if you haven't watched my previous video, WT versus 1099, do watch it. I'm also going to make LLC related videos. So if you have got your green card, if you're starting a company or a small business, you will need to create an entity. My next video is going to talk about how to create an entity, which options to select, and so on. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel so far, do subscribe so you get those notifications. Now there are some questions that I have been getting on my Patreon and also on the email, that there is some confusion on the numbers of pending AOS applications. So what is pending AOS applications? Remember last year USCIS had progressed the dates of EB2 far ahead in advance. For EB2 India, they reached 1st of December 2014. Now that they have retrogressed to April of 2012, there are some people who have applied for I-485 during that time, before the end of September, and they are still pending because they did not get the visa number. Now there are a couple of questions in here. Some people argued with me that the entire population of people with the priority dates between 2012 and 2014 have already applied. Shouldn't the dates directly move to 2014 within this year? Now, yes and no. Yes, in the sense, if you are right, if everybody during that time frame has applied for I-485, then yeah, that might happen. Unless they move the dates forward to December of 2014, nobody will get a green card and they will all remain pending. But my theory is different. Not everybody must have applied for who had the priority date of 1st of December and before, for various reasons. Some people change job, they have to start the process all over again. Some people just may not have reached to that point where they could apply for 485. In my own situation many years back, I was in a situation where the dates were current, but I was not ready to apply for 485 for whatever reason. So I can tell you that not everybody whose date was prior or before 1st of December 2014 is pending adjustment of status at this point of time. Well, most of them are, but there is a certain percentage that will still come into the pool in the near future. Now what we do know for sure was that there were 60,000 spillover numbers that came from FB to EB category. Now whether or not those numbers were included into the date moment for October visa bulletin, I'm not 100% sure. That might happen in the next couple of months. There are two things in that even if they release those numbers, they will mostly cause a little bit of a forward movement for EB2 to use up those numbers, and mostly the pending applications will use up those numbers. So people who have not applied may get the opportunity to apply for 485 but may not get green card. And then the second thing that we know about is there are about 28 to 29,000 EB2 India pending AOS and about 25,000 EB3 pending AOS applications. Now what else do we know? Let's find out. So there are two sources where we can look at: USCIS inventory numbers and Department of State bulletins, where they throw in some numbers. Now none of those numbers are going to tell you exactly how fast they are going to process these applications, how many are pending, how many are going to pick up in the next couple of weeks. So if somebody is claiming to say that they know exactly how the dates are going to move forward, they are bluffing you. Let me tell you, these are speculations only. We don't get enough data from USCIS, and that data keeps changing. That's the keyword, underline, changing. So I know there are a lot of data scientists out here. I myself have worked with a lot of data scientists and continue to work in the tech space. So some people who keep asking me about, show me the data, show me the models, data models. It doesn't work that way. So I know for sure that some of you are interested in stock trading, day trading, buying cryptocurrencies. I want to present you Weeble. Weeble is a trading platform. It allows you to buy stocks, it allows you to buy options, do options trading, and also it allows you to buy cryptocurrency. It can be done on the computer or on the mobile app. Now if you use my link, which is on the screen and also in the description, you will get some free stocks. Now only for the month of August, Weeble has announced that it will give 12 free stocks if you use my link, and those free stocks will be valued up to maximum of $30,600. So when you open an account using my link, you will get 2 free fractional share stocks. That value could be anywhere between $3 to $300. If you deposit at least 1 penny, you will get 4 to 10 free additional stocks valued from $7 to $3,000. So that's 12 stocks from Weeble, free for you if you use my link, and enjoy your free stocks. So here's the USCIS inventory number. So if you basically filter by adjustment of status and just hit search, you'll see a couple of things in here where they were just published. So they published on 29th of September, they published these 3 reports for adjustment of status. So let's look at the first 2. So in this one, it tells you the number by quarter from status and processing time perspective. So from April 1st to June 30th. So it's still the Q3 data for the last year. They haven't even published the Q4 data yet. So this is not going to tell us much, but let's look at it anyways. So here if you come down here at 485 lawful permanent residents, the first line is for family sponsorship, and in the third quarter, by the end of third quarter, the pending applications were 387,000, and for the employment based applications they were 244,500. So about 250,000 applications are still pending in adjustment of status. And these are all applications, not just EB2, EB3. These are EB category applications, all of them, for all the countries. So that is the number we can see from here. Now let's go back and see what this second report has. Now this second report goes through number of I-485 applications to register for permanent residents by service center location. So field office and service center. Again, this still does not include the consulate data, because that is another certain percentage of, remember, you can just think about it as employment based percentage ratio of adjustment of status is you have about 80% or more applications processed within the United States and about 20% or less processed at the consulates abroad. Whereas for family based petition, it's exactly the reverse. Majority of applications are processed outside of the US, and only a small percentage, about 20%, are processed within the US. So if anybody wants to go through all of this data, for my purpose, it doesn't make much of a sense to speculate based on this data. So I'm not going to use it. But let's still go through the Department of State website to see if there are any things here. So here is the Department of State website, and here are the immigration visa statistics. So the only thing that I think they have issued lately is, let's look at this. In the hot topics section, if they have anything as recent. So the most recent one is for August 2022, and then immigrant visa issuance by post. So Department of State, remember, they have the jurisdiction over the consulates abroad. So they will be published. They publish the numbers of processing of green cards at the outpost outside of the United States. So between these two numbers, between USCIS and Department of State, that put together is then the total number of green cards processed for the year. So really, what does that tell you? So from my perspective, if you look at the inventory, the pending applications as of April versus as of July, they only reduced by about from 57,000 applications to 244,000 applications. 13,000 applications were reduced in a quarter. So that's not much. Now what happened in the fourth quarter, we know there were a lot more number of visas that were processed in the fourth quarter for the EB3. So the total pending applications for EB category should be significantly less than 244,000, which was at the end of June. That is my conclusion from looking at that data. Now there is also a statement that says the EB2 India retrogression in October 2022 dates for filing chart is likely due to the large number of EB2 upgrades or interfile requests that were filed in FY22 but remain pending. However, USCIS may still move EB2 dates forward in the upcoming months depending on not enough rest of world demand. Now if we talk about what's going to happen in the next couple of months for in terms of visa bulletin, say for November visa bulletin, December and January, let's just look at the next 2-3 months. In the November visa bulletin, I think USCIS hasn't done a lot of work yet. They don't have a visibility on a lot of data yet, how many will be pending from the rest of the world or the EB1 category or spillover from the EB5 and EB4 into EB1, EB2. They don't know that yet, or they may not know exact figures. So I'm not going to expect a whole lot of changes in November visa bulletin. And similarly in the December visa bulletin, maybe they will progress the dates for EB1, EB2 by a couple of weeks, but that might be it. The real changes might come in January visa bulletin, when they will have enough information from the rest of the world spillovers into the EB category and also the spillover numbers, FB spillover numbers into the EB category. So in my opinion, by January visa bulletin, they will know more about the dates, more about these numbers, and they will be significantly moving forward EB1 and EB2 dates earliest in the January visa bulletin. Now if we are lucky, that may happen earlier in December visa bulletin also, but we'll need to see. So for the November visa bulletin, don't expect a whole bunch of forward movements for EB2 and EB3. There will be some, but not significant. The last thing I wanted to cover in this video is there are a lot of questions about half of the family got their green cards before September 30th and the remaining half did not get. Say for instance, the primary applicant got their green card but the dependents did not get it. So in that situation, what happens? The first thing to know is you should not worry about the status of the dependents, because they will still be in the pending adjustment of status. Because if you look at their I-485 status online, it should still show pending or in some other case awaiting visa number or such. What does that mean? That means that they are facing retrogression. They will have to wait until their date becomes current again. This was a very rare scenario in the past, but this is now a common occurrence with USCIS. They are not processing the family applications together, which is unfortunate. Now what do you do in this situation? In this situation, there are two options. Just wait. If your date is in 2012, I would say just wait, because in the next couple of months it is highly likely that your dates will become current and the remaining family will get their green card. But if the dates are in 2013 or 2014, then I wouldn't wait. What I would do is I would actually have them apply I-130 and apply their 485 F2A category. Now F2A category is a green card holder can sponsor their immediate family, which is spouse and children. So that category is actually current for everybody, all the countries. There is no retrogression. Everybody is current. That is the advantage. Now another advantage is you can simply do a change of underlying basis of their existing I-485 petition. So as long as you file their I-130, continue to be in the pending adjustment of status with their underlying basis change to family based now instead of employment based, and that way they might get their green card sooner instead of having to wait until their date becomes current again in the EB category. And in the meantime, they can avail their EAD and AP card as usual and continue to extend them. No problem there. So thanks for bearing with my voice and listening through this video. If you have come this far, please hit the like button. And if you like the content of this video, hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. And I'll see you in the next one.